people expressed concerns about potential conflicts of interest in city decision making. Do you think anything needs to be done to improve accountability and transparency?
Yeah, I wouldn't I think I had that question asked not too long ago, and I think Cobb County is talking and talks about like a ethics committee that would be able to take concerns or have some type of governance where if you can go to and there is someone who can go in and do the investigation or see if things are being ethically ran. I would definitely support something like that.
Yeah, I answered the Marietta Daily Journal. They did a survey and they asked about sunshine and sunshine laws. I'm all for it. Full exposure out in the sun. There's no reason to have anything. You should be able to see what everything that's going on, and people should be held accountable. You know, you hear things that like you said in the question that the there's some favoritism out there. I don't know how rampant or how true that is, but I know that there's always, and I said this in a meet and greet with a neighborhood very close to here last Sunday, I think it was, that there's always a little bit of truth of every rumor that you hear out there. So is it going? I don't. Are laws being broken? I don't know. Won't know till I get in there. If they are being broken, do I feel they should be held accountable? And even if not broken, do we need to tighten up things from a moral responsibility standpoint or for accountability? Absolutely. There's no room, especially in government, especially at a small level of government where all the eyes are on you, where that's acceptable. So absolutely, I support that 100%.
So accountability and transparency is always something that's, it's a fear of the unknown and the rumor in city government. Part of this and part of what I've heard is very disappointing to me. And the reason I say that is that I've heard people say that there are things that are happening behind closed doors, things that are not on the up and up, and they're saying that there are people that are doing unethical things. And that concerns me because, number one, whenever I hear a candidate or somebody say that and then other people jump on that bandwagon, they're doing it without proof. They're doing it as a rumor, and rumors don't help anybody. The other part of that is that if we have things that are happening that are bad in our town, why are people fighting to get here? Why are businesses struggling to try and find space and to try and grow their businesses in our town? If it is corrupt and we've got such, this bad reputation, why is that happening? Why are multi-generational families moving to our town? So I don't necessarily believe that we're doing a bad job with that. The other part of when people, describe that, it disappoints me greatly because instead of doing something about it, instead of saying, I believe there's a problem here and I'm not seeing things, I'm not able to investigate and bringing that to light, they wait until an election time and then they say it. And that disappoints me. If you know there's something, speak up. The city is an open book. Speak up and say, I don't necessarily think this is right. I need to understand what's going on, as opposed to being part of a rumor and whatever. The fourth part of all that is that I've trusted our city government for 20 years, if not almost 30 years at this point. And I do research, I do talk to people, I do try to read books, I try to understand as much as I can. And by doing so, I can see that there is transparency and there is accountability. So my encouragement to everybody as we look at that question is do your own research. Do not just take a rumor, do not just take something for granted, because that's not helping us, that's hurting us. It's causing a problem and causing a spread of rumors rather than getting to the actual understanding of what's going on. The city's an open book. Go check it out. If you believe it, go check it out. I'll help you find it if there's nothing else.
Absolutely. The first thing we can do is, we need to if somebody feels that something's going wrong and or they feel there's a conflict, any citizen, they should have a right to bring that up. And that should be looked into. Whether it's true or not, it needs to be taken serious. You know, I've served my country for a very long time, and the things that I live by is integrity. And I want to bring that to the city, is integrity. If there are things that are going on down there that are not ethical, they need to be held accountable. And that's what I plan on doing. Is if there's a situation that I have a conflict in, I'm stepping away from it. I'm not making decisions that's going to benefit me. All the decisions that I want to make, they first have to benefit the citizens of Acworth. If it's not going to benefit them, but it's going to benefit me, no, I'm walking away, because I'm not running for this position to empower myself, get a title, or any of that stuff. I'm running so that the folks who are out there who may not have a voice, I can be their voice. And, you know, I cannot stand corruption. I cannot stand misuse of funds or any of that stuff. So I'm adamant about making sure that we do things in a way that our community can be proud of.
All right, with the time remaining, make your pitch. Why should the people of Acworth elect you as the alderman?
Well, first of all, if I am elected, it would be an honor to serve the citizens of this great community. My wife has been here for 20 years. I have been here for 5. I met her when I was on active duty down at Robins Air Force Base. And when I came back to Atlanta, I had a choice between Sandy Springs, Dunwoody, or Acworth. And I chose Acworth. And the reason I did is because I love the folks here are very friendly. It's very welcoming. And I want to make sure that those who feel that they haven't been represented, they now have a voice. And if I'm elected, I will be their voice. But no matter what, so when I was in Afghanistan in 2005, they had elections there. And the folks, in order to make sure that people weren't voting multiple times, they had to stick their thumb into purple dye. And they would run through the streets raising their thumbs, excited about the fact that they got a chance to vote. These folks and these guys have never been allowed to vote, but now they had a vote to make a decision in how their country ran. So whether you vote for me or my opponent or who you vote for, it's imperative that you go out and vote. At least get out and vote so that myself will know that what the sacrifices that I've made and that my fellow service members made actually mean something.
Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you so much, Robert.
No.